Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm coming at you with a quick unboxing video. What could it be? I just got this in the mail today. Anybody have any ideas what it is? Let's take a look and see what's inside. I'm really excited about this package. Obviously you can see that I purchased this off of Amazon. Anybody know what it is yet? Let's take a look. Oh, we see some airbags. I don't think we're going to need those. Inside there's a white something. Any clues, anybody? DB Power. Let's take a look. Well, this thing is definitely packaged very well. Still no guesses, anybody? Whoops, sorry about that shaky camera there, folks. Let's just do this caveman style. Whoops, more shaky camera. DB Power. So what is it, folks? You might be wondering what's in this box. Looks like some sort of camera, right? DB Power. Take it that's all the colors you can get. You like the product? Rate it, please. Free weekly gadgets guaranteed. Visit dbpower.co.uk or scan the QR code. Let's take a look. Looks like I might need my knife again. So I opened the main box, and you can see that inside there are two smaller boxes. I'm going to go ahead and set this box out of the way. And let's start with this, I don't know, larger or smaller? I don't know, let's start with the smaller one. Let's see what's inside here. Nice protected housing. Oh yeah, check that out. Nothing left in this box, so I'm going to put this little box out of the way. Some sort of camera, folks. Check that out. Very nice. 1.5-inch screen. It's got a lot of features that remind you of what? Yep, you said it. A GoPro. So I'm taking it that you slide this thing over that way. Let's see how this works. Okay, just like that. It's my first time working with this, so I have no idea what's going on. One thing I'm noticing right off the bat is that there's a lot of protective little plastic. See that film in my fingers there? Protects the lens of the camera. That's obviously a glass lens. There's a few slots there that you can look at. So starting here you have your USB, your mini HDMI, and your micro SD card. This camera is capable of up to 32 gigabytes. Let's take this protector off. That exposes an 1.5 inch screen. On this side you have an up and down button. On the top you have another button. And on the front you have a button. Underneath on the bottom, looks like some sort of battery door. So if I pull that back, let's see. A little bit cumbersome if you don't have fingernails, which I don't. So I'm going to use my blade to get in there, hopefully. Okay, there's that little door. The door comes all the way off. And the battery pulls straight out. This is a 3.7 lithium ion battery, 900 milliamp hours, 3.33 watt hours. Kinda cool. Let's go ahead and put the battery back in. It's kind of a tight compartment. Something like that. It's got a nice rubberized feel to it. Let's take a look at this case. This reminds me of a GoPro case. 2 buttons on the side, 1 on the front, 1 on the top. It's got this really nice rubber ring around it, just like my GoPro. And inside here on the glass lens, that is glass, folks. Is it? Nope, that's plastic, I believe. Thought it was glass. I believe that lens there is plastic. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and put this baby back in. Close this thing up. Let's close this door. Yeah, pretty nice. Looks like everything closes pretty clean. Pretty nice. Now let's open this other box and see what's in here. Looks like there's some straps, like nylon straps, maybe with some Velcro on the tips. There's a mount, like a handlebar mount. This is a piece, I'm not sure what they call it, but what it does is it's going to change the angle of the mount. Here is an extra battery, folks. Right there. Goes with the camera, obviously. Here's another piece. Oh, this is the piece I thought. Okay, what this does is this goes into the camera, or excuse me, the handlebar mount, and it changes your angle. See that? Instead of mounting the camera directly on this and being at the wrong angle, you can put this in like so, and it'll give you a different angle, give you a different orientation. So that's kind of cool. Here's another one of those other pieces that we saw earlier. Again, I don't know what they call that piece, but those are the same thing. This looks like 2 pieces. Now I believe, don't quote me folks, but I believe this is the pieces that you can use to mount this camera to a tripod, a standard tripod. So basically this piece would mount to your camera, and then your standard tripod type camera or device would fit on here. Pretty nice. Those fit together, nice brass threads. Very nice, I like that. Good quality components. It's not cheap stuff. Here's a USB to micro USB connector. Here's a little housing that you can put the camera in, so that if you wanted to film something where you're not going to be around water and things of that nature, or you wanted to mount it to a tripod or something, you can run the male thread from your tripod up into here, Actually, it would be like this, because I believe this is the top, and your camera would snap in there. I'll show you that in a minute. Here is another mount, pretty similar to the one that's on it, I'm guessing. Pretty similar. Looks like there's more tape on the back that I missed. See that in my hand there? Film that protects everything. You have another bracket. What do we have here? It looks like we have a, I believe those are both straight mounts, so they're tacky. They have that 3M tapes. One of them has like a 1/4 by 20 tripod type mount to it. The other one don't. It's kind of cool. There's a braided cable, you know, lanyard to hold it so you don't lose your camera, and some more adhesive double-sided tape. And this piece is a cool piece right here. This is something that I wish my GoPro would have came with. This is pretty cool. What this does is this allows you to clamp your camera to many small things. The bill of your hat, things of that nature. Branches and trees, all those kind of things. That's kind of cool. Right here we have some zip ties. You need to zip that thing down. A couple more items in the box here. Looks like we have a cloth to clean the screen. Microfiber cloth. Very nice. I'm going to move that box out of the way. And here's our owner's manual. This is a DB Power SJ4000 Sports High Definition DV camera. 1080p, H.264 coating, full HD, water resistant to 30 meters, and I believe that's around 100 feet or so. Don't quote me on that. Let's take another look at that real quick. Page by page. There's like a warning and a disclaimer. Camera illustration. Waterproof case illustration. Some of the mounting brackets, mounting hardware. Same thing here. More mounting hardware ideas. And this is a little bit of directions, it looks like, how to install the SD card, things of that nature. This camera does not come with an SD card, although it can accept up to 32 gigabytes. There's some of the specs. If you want to read those specs, you can feel free to pause. Looks like it saves the video files in an MOV file. So for all of you Apple computer guys, you guys that have the Macs, MOV files are pretty good for that. So that's just a quick unboxing of the DB Power SJ4000 camera. Pretty nice value on Amazon. And I really like it that it had 2 batteries. I'm going to check something real quick while I'm on the video here. Bear with me, folks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look up the actual price that I paid, and I'll let you know how much I paid for it. So I'm pulling up my Amazon account right now. I'm looking at the camera here. Okay, let's see right here. There it is on Amazon. That's it. Price that I paid was $61.99. That's it. Pretty good reviews. Now I'm going to do more videos on this camera, and so stay tuned. You'll see more video here coming pretty soon. I'll probably put a little video segment at the end of this video so you can see some of the footage that it takes, what kind of quality that video looks like. Okay folks, I thought I'd take a quick moment, and I thought that I would show you what this piece does and what it connects to and how to use it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open this camera just like this. Take the camera out of the case, and on the top of the camera you can see right here there's an LED light, and there's a small cutout section on this piece right here. See it by my finger? That's where that LED light goes. So I just kind of put this thing in here like this, and it clicks right into place. And then after that's done, I take this piece and it slides into this notch right here, just like that. And that can be attached to like your pants or your hat or something like that. Now you can also use pieces like this and this with this piece, and what this does is you can thread this into the bottom, or you could thread a normal tripod into the camera at this point. So you could thread this piece on like this, tighten it up a little bit. Then this piece gives you another tripod mount, and what that does is that allows you to bend the camera down. Once you put the screw in here, it allows you to bend the camera down like at a 90-degree angle, so if you're on a tripod you can look straight down at something. So that's kind of a cool feature. Another thing that I like is this piece right here. This is, like I mentioned earlier, this is a handlebar mount. So if you have like the handlebars of your bike going this way like a bar, you could picture this clamp mounting on that bar like this, because you're going to be holding the handlebars here. So that's where this piece comes in. So what's going to happen here is you're going to mount this to the handlebars like this. It'll be like at that angle like that. Then you put this piece in, and you can see how it changes the angle of where the camera is going to sit. So bear with me here. So this piece again will be sitting on the handlebars like this, and then that'll allow your camera to sit like this. See that? See that connection? The camera is going to be sitting like that. You follow me? So everything is going to mount up just like that. So I thought that was some things that I wanted to show you, share with you, just a little bit of ideas there. Most of you probably already know things like that. I'm just kind of sharing, because there might be someone out there somewhere struggling, not understanding what all these pieces are for, and that's the person that I'm actually trying to help with. It's the same concept with this. If you go like this, wait, that just extends it. Hang on, it's this piece that you want. See that? So you would basically do the same thing with this piece. It's just a shorter version of this. See that? It's just a shorter version of the same thing. So you wouldn't have such a high mount of your camera. Oops, there, that little nut came out. So you wouldn't have your camera super high. So you're going to be threaded onto your handlebars like this. You're going to hold them like that, and then your camera will come in and mount just like this. So then therefore you're holding your camera on your bicycle, on your handlebars. So that's just a quick rundown of some of the parts. I thought you might have got some, a kick out of that. These two pieces, I showed them earlier. These two coincide with these two, and these basically clip in, and these are basically helmet mounts or stick to the side of something, and then you use these pieces here. They snap into those mounts. These two pieces. And they snap in, and then you tighten your camera down, and those are going to give you a nice view, a nice angle off of your helmet. Okay folks, now I want to take a moment of your time and I want to show you some of the features that I've learned about this camera just briefly. Now, for the record, I haven't even opened the owner's manual and read it yet. I'm just going to show you some of the things I noticed just by playing with it. So, first thing I want to talk about is I'm going to push the power button. It doesn't take long for this thing to come on. This is the first screen that you see. If you push the power button again, it's basically going to change the modes, and then you have your up and down arrows to scroll through the menus. So I'm going to push this power button several times. You'll hear it click. There's one. It switches to mode. 2, 3. Now that's where I wanted to get to. Now from here I'm going to use the up and down arrows to scroll through these menus, and this OK button up here is kind of like pushing enter. So if I want to look at the resolution, you know, I'll use my up and down arrows. You see that? I'll get to resolution and then I'll push enter, if you will. And you can see here that I have a choice of 1080p at 60 frames, or excuse me, 30 frames. I have 720p at 60 frames, 720 at 30 frames. I have, what is that, WVGA and then VGA. So I'm just going to keep that on the highest setting, right there. Push enter. Then you can go down through here and you can look at some of the settings. Now at the bottom down here you can see 1 of 9. I don't know if you can see that, but there's 9 pages of settings. So when I go down one more time, I'm on page 2. I turned the date stamp off. So I'm going there to capture mode. That's about photographs. Now I'm on page 3. Quality. Fine. Sharpness. Normal. See, and you keep pushing the down arrow right here with my thumb. Page 4. Page 5. Page 6. Page 7. And you can notice right here it has the option for car mode, which is really cool. So basically if the camera's plugged in, when you turn the car on and the USB powers, the camera automatically comes on and starts recording. And that's kind of cool. So we're on page 7. There's page 8. We're going to go ahead and format the card. Are you sure you want to format? Yes. Boom. We're formatting the card. Now our card's set. Now let's go to page 9. There's page 9. And that's basically all the settings. Okay folks, here's a quick view of some of the footage that I'm taking with this camera. It shoots at 1080p at 30 frames. These up and down buttons on the side actually let you do a digital zoom, and that's something that's really cool. You can't do that with the GoPro. I kind of like that. Like if I look at these clouds, I can actually zoom in. Pretty cool. Zoom all the way out. Zoom all the way in. That's the camera in a nutshell. It's a great camera. I don't know how much, how accurately it's going to compare with the GoPro, but for the price that I paid, I'm very happy with it. It's got a good feel to it. Right now I have a 32 gigabyte card in there. Something like that. The card works great. Camera recognizes it. There's no problems there. It's got a nice solid entry. But yeah, that's the DB Power camera. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please feel free to comment, like, share, thumbs up, subscribe, like my Facebook page, and as always, have a beautiful day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye bye now.